Hi, my name is Jane Scarf, and I'm coming to you from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I have some terrific news for you. It's with regard to PCR testing. I discovered just yesterday that in 2017, the government passed a statute that prohibits anyone from requiring you to have a PCR test or to or including anything that denies your service because you don't have it, either with let's say retail or any other kind of service, or if there's a threat to discontinue or add discontinuation of a contract because you refuse to have the PCR testing. And actually what it's about is any genetic testing. And of course, PCR is genetic testing. And it's, let me see now. It's called, it was introduced as Bill S-201. And it's Statutes of Canada 2017, Chapter 3. An act to prohibit and prevent genetic discrimination. And it has fully passed, and it has received royal assent. And I will read you the critical stuff. The prohibitions. Section 3, paragraph 1. It is prohibited for any person to require an individual to undergo a genetic test as condition of providing goods or services to that individual, entering into or continuing a contract or agreement with that individual, or offering or continuing specific terms or conditions in a contract or agreement with that individual. And this is the very critical part. If an individual or corporation, whatever, does this, it's a criminal offense. And it's either pursued by an indictable avenue. And in that case, that's the more serious case. It is a fine not exceeding $1 million, or to imprison for a term not exceeding 5 years, or both, or it could proceed as a summary conviction, and in which case it would be a fine not exceeding $300,000, or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 12 months, or both. And like, there it is. I'm not making shit up. And I'm going to put the link in the credits. And this just to be, oh, and also they made a change to the labor code to incorporate this. So you can use this with regard to issues if you're shopping or trying to pursue a service or your employment. So any situation where this is being required. That would even include if you're being required at the border, going out or coming in, criminal offense. They can offer it, but they can't require it. They can't say you're not going through unless you take this PCR test, or you're not getting on this plane, or you're not getting off the plane, whatever. They can't do it. It's a serious criminal offense. Now, I don't know why this was so secret and buried, but somebody brought it to my attention yesterday, and I'm very pleased with that and very appreciative. And I would invite you all to spread this good news far and wide, because it's certainly a step in the right direction in terms of stopping this madness. And then, of course, we already have our Canadian Bill of Rights, Alberta Bill of Rights, and Saskatchewan Bill of Rights to help stop the other atrocities attached to this lockdown, mandatory mask, and all the vaccine stuff that's being, it hasn't been implemented yet. It's just being, they're just flexing or trying to flex, but we can legally fight back in Canada. We have all of this rich legal basis to fight them with. Now, I'm a little bit worried about one case in Alberta with regard to lockdown. Chris Scott filed an application, and he's using the Alberta Bill of Rights, but he put the charter in there too. And that application has potential of undermining the Alberta Bill of Rights, because when you invoke the charter, Section 24(1) gives an extraordinary power to the justice, or to the judge in the case, and they wouldn't be confined by precedent or laws or anything. They can do whatever they want to do to fashion a remedy or to adjudicate this. So they could they could do a number on that, because they also have Section 1 in the charter that gives the government the right to override your rights if they have good enough reason. Now, this is different than the Alberta Bill of Rights, which is unconditional rights, and it's different than the Canadian Bill of Rights, because they're unconditional rights. And the Alberta Bill of Rights is very, very important to preserve, because it gives opportunity for residents of Alberta to defeat laws that violate our rights, whereas the Canadian Bill of Rights gives us the right to defeat federal laws, but not provincial laws. However, it does give us an opportunity to prevent police, bylaw, any other peace officers or public officers from enforcing laws that override our rights. So we're still protected sufficiently in Ontario, but there's a little extra edge in Alberta, and I wouldn't like to see that discontinued. So I hope Chris will amend. I know lawyers prepared it for him, so he may not even be in agreement to having the charter there. So I hope that he makes an amendment to that. And my email is mjslegalservices@yahoo.com if you want any more information about the 2017 statute that absolutely prohibits any forced PCR testing. That's it for today.